Hello everybody and welcome back. I've got some cards today and they're guidance cards out of this nice little box so you can see what I've used. I've taken my usual notes. I have so much things that go through my head. So as a collective and as an individual, I had a message come through today from a friend that I've known for years and years, and they just put something random on Facebook. And it made me think about where everybody is in their journey of life. And I don't mean number journey, I mean about hurdles, perceived or unperceived, all the little life tests that come along the way. I'm sorry if the world is really busy. It's almost that time of day. Anyway, and as we learn more, we grow more. So I've been quite grateful and blessed, particularly lately, and I've been receiving abundance in many tiny little forms, and it just reminds me that the shadow work that I've been working on is somewhat working. I'm becoming a less heavy, less dense person and a lot more sparklier. Feather heart, I think the Egyptians used to call it. So I want to acknowledge first that I'm very grateful for all the things that have been coming. Today I got a little shopping basket full of Chucky biscuits and a box of chocolates and dog food and more dog food and Smackos. So I know that most people wouldn't think of it as much, but man, it means a real lot to me. So I don't want to get off too traffic. And so when you're wishing for stuff or hoping or setting goals, I've changed a lot the way I approach them lately. So there's a couple of things that I want to talk about, right? So when I was meditating, I was thinking that I remember a book I have somewhere. I'm sure I've still got it. It's called The Art of Living. And it's not a spiritual book or anything like that. It just teaches you etiquette and the way people used to hold their fans, and people used to shake their hands. There was all different ways of holding your fan. It meant different things, and if you shaked your hand a certain way, it meant different things as well. So I was thinking, my friend was having trouble with the idea of manifesting things into their life, and he was quite upset because he was triggered. I don't like to use that word, but the response he was like, I'm sick of people telling me to be happy. I'm sick of and it wasn't me. I mean, I think in general, he's just been bombarded by the universe, like, with positivity, and it's probably too much for him, right? It's not good or bad, just is, right? So I was thinking about that. So how do we go back to the beginning? And we go back to stage one. Now, I remember talking back in a video earlier about what the tarot cards had taught me. The tarot cards are in order, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then Jack, King, Queen, right? Joker is probably the Fool. And if you think of that as stages in your life, the Ace of Wands is the beginning of this cycle, and it's maybe starting with clarity, because that's what the Ace usually is. I think in the Rider-Waite, I know that's the Queen sitting there with the sword in front of her and her hand beckons. What did I pull it at? The Moon. Look. Talking about the sword and more swords. Well, we know swords are also an air sign, so that means things that are of more of the mind than more of the emotions, right? These ones have got really interesting cards. The Seeker. The Cup. The Cup represents this part of the... Look at that. Blue, blue, blue. And look at that, two lovely dolphins. It's the Page of Cups. So this is a small cup. But it doesn't really matter what size your cup is, as long as the cup is full. People say it's not if the cup's half empty or the half cup is half full, right? To have the outlook of if you're pessimistic or whatever, right? But I always say to people, you have a goddamn cup. Go fill it yourself. So that's where we start at the beginning with the Ace of Cups, right? Rebirth. Every time we go through a big cycle, another chapter. She's beautiful. Look at that one with innocence. That's very important. Pure of heart. The first thing I come. So I'm talking about it's almost like a little bit like the Fool, isn't he? What has got in his hand? Love heart. Told you that. Pure of heart. There's the Empress. I didn't want to go through all these swords. Oh, look at the knight in his armour. That's what some people actually wear. And you see, if you actually look at the card, his body language is actually open. But even though he's almost cloaked, look at the steel. His edges are so hard. But look at the reflection. So he is quite thoughtful. So that's what I mean by going back to the start. And then when I was meditating, I saw that like dragon's egg, right? I think it's one of the cards. I wish somebody could tell me. Was it the animal cards? Where they have the black egg. That's what came into my mind's eye. And then I thought, wow, where have I seen that before as well? And then I thought about that show, Monkey Magic. And it was made in Japan. Well, I Googled all this stuff. Japan, October 1978. So those, that year or that month might be significant to you. And there was 26 episodes. Oh, I actually, see, I Googled eggs. And a lot of them came up with obsidian and tourmaline. Mm. I wonder, because reptiles in the temperature, their eggs change sex, I think, in the temperature. If it's really cold, is it a girl? And if it's really warm, it's a boy. It's really, no, is it the other way around? Because that's why maybe the males sit on there to keep the eggs warm, so they turn out to be girls, not boys. We'll have to Google that stuff too. In a world before monkey, which primal chaos reigns. Heaven sought order, but the phoenix cannot fly only when the feathers are grown. I'm going to post this somewhere, right? Probably getting totally off subject. So, I've been trying to go back to not necessarily jump timelines, but I want to mark and work through each of those stages. Now, as you know, in tarot, the first one has 4 different stages, right? Cups, earth, swords, right? And air. And go through them on some level. Anyway, I'm probably running around talking off in a tangent. I'm going to post that Monkey Managed TV series as well. Love the series, by the way. Anyway, so in the beginning is the egg. And we need to make the egg expand and crack open for the healing journey to begin. I did fail twice this month. The universe tested me, and and I'm a Taurus, so we really like stability, and somebody messed with my stability, and then somebody messed with my food, and for me it was out of line, but oh yeah, for me it was out of line. I mean, most people would have considered it quite minor, but that's just perspective, right? I really try not to be that kind of person at all. So there must be things coming up as well. So I've had to learn to forgive myself for those sort of things as well. And I should have trusted my intuition a little bit more as well. Anyway, because both of them, it was a repetitive thing with pushing. Look at this, even with my hand, pushing me, right? And I'm leaning back as well, right? That's that space, babes. Anyway, don't pollute me with your dirty space. So, I've been trying to clean my space as well, clean my mind as well as heart. So that means doing the shadow work and finding out what really triggers me. So I'm giving you bits about me now. Anyway, getting better. So anyway, let's pick 3 cards. We're already at 14, 40, 41. I'd like to put these away. Got my little bowl out, and I was like trying to YouTube how to really not very good at it. I know I did it before. It's really pretty, this one. Me and the keys again. It's got like pictures of Buddha and stuff in there. I was getting better at it. Practice. We try and we'll try. Okay, I'll put it back. My Bible. Okay. Keys should go back in there too. That's pretty dense, isn't it? For little keys. As I wander through life, what is 3 things we can take away this week that will improve our spiritual growth, journey, peace, grace, and harmony? Do we just take them off the top? This one wants to come. Each time you see or hear the word God. Now, disclaimer, let's use that word how it pertains to you. The universe, law, attraction, whatever, it's slightly different. Whatever you believe is, think of the person next to you, the family at work or at play, and the true essence of who they are at the core. Do not think of a single power higher than yours somewhere in the sky. It is you. It is you. So that's what I was trying to say before. We all have the power to become the best version of ourselves. Come join us, human being, in the now circle. Live a long time and create a tomorrow rather than fear it. Create a tomorrow. That's what I was talking about before as well. Creating goals. And people usually create goals that are really far off. How about we just start with lots of little ones? That looks like a Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar is where stars are born. There's nothing that exists in your past that cannot be changed now. You're the creator of the past and the future. Therefore, you create the whole now. Even the things that you feel are unchangeable. I think on my Facebook page, I put down a quote that I don't know where I've acquired from over time. Some things just absorb in and become sort of your vocabulary. And the word impossible is also, if you change the grammar and stuff and have a different perception of it, impossible becomes I'm possible. So Where's that other saying come from? Give me strength. Give me coffee for the things I could change, and whiskey for the things I cannot. Not that everybody drinks and either, right? But it's a metaphor. Alright, so this one is about one of the hardest things I was talking about yesterday. I think you can just about learn anything in life if you put your mind to it. But the only thing I think that can't be taught is compassion. That's a big bloody statement, isn't it? One thing I do like about humans, you put 6 humans in a room and you'll get 36 opinions. All right. This one is, look at that, that's like, in the now. 3 people, what is it? 3 people walk in the bar. Today, tomorrow, and now, and the present, and things were tense. That was a joke. This one, there's nothing that exists in your past that cannot be changed now. I think sometimes we limit our own options as well. So I've actually been really pushing myself, and I've expanded, taken my own advice to work on health, mind and heart. So I've been trying to eat better. Unfortunately, my coconut water has been really hard. I'm going to actually put that on my list to see if I can get it delivered by that nice company. I'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so I've been drinking a little bit of mineral water with guava and just trying to eat better in general. Heart space has been a bit harder to work on this week, but between you, me and the gatepost, I actually cried. I was really trying to get some things accomplished, and I was really hitting against a wall, and I was like, why? And so I sat down and had a cup of tea and I think maybe even some food, and chilled out, and probably the old me would have gave up a little bit, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, I'm going to educate myself, and so that's what I did. So that's actually, when I finished, several times I actually told myself, because that was actually a bit of a leap for me. So let's leave it on that note. I don't think I'm going to re-record this, because I'm going to try and only record them once or twice, unless I really have to, because I want the essence of the message to come out. And hopefully as time goes on, I'll actually get better and a little bit more interactive, and not look so much. So today's a new day. Let's try and think of the person next to you. It's really strange. The first thing that came into my head was usually the person that's closest we often forget, right? We forget that we really do love them. We expect so much from them because, I don't know, rejection. I'm not going to go down another rabbit hole. This one is the now circle. I saw this beautiful idea of actually making sunflowers in a circle. let's start with the changes and the goals. All right, I'm going to love you and leave you. 25:25. 25:05 it was. Too fast. All right, thank you very much, Heart Family. Please subscribe, share, give me a little message. I am trying to work out YouTube and I'm getting better. I've got a lot of things on, but I'm going to try and focus on this a lot too. And so I will say goodbye for now, and thank you very much. In the next couple of weeks, I might have a few little giveaways, and I'm going to try and work out how we can do that. All right. So thank you very much for taking the time. If you got all the way through, oh, thank you so much. All right. Love you and leave you. Ciao for now.